Tennessee Titans quarterback Malik Willis was a mixed bag on Saturday against the Seattle Seahawks. And while there is some good, there's still just too much bad on his tape. I'll show you in today's film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome in to another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and I've been the host of the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked On Titans, for the last 5 seasons. I'm also a certified film junkie, again, breaking down the X's and O's with you guys all year long. And on today's episode, we're going to look at Malik Willis's performance against the Seattle Seahawks. Malik has improved, and there's a lot of good on the tape, but there's still too much bad as well. Inaccurate passes, missing open receivers, taking too much time on things. So Malik has improved, I will say, but again, it's not all good, and it may not be where it needs to be for Malik Willis to make this roster. Now, before we dive into the film breakdown, do want to thank you for watching. Make sure that you get subscribed for year-round free Tennessee Titans film content. Also, throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a Titan up down in the chat, and with that being said, let's step into the film room. Our first play from Malik Willis here is just a play action, fake toss to the left-hand side. Look, you get a little motion from David Martin Robinson. Malik fakes the toss out there and just hits Mason Kinsey short on the crossing route. Really nice execution. Really love the design more than anything. But let's just take a look at the play here. So you got David Martin Robinson in that motion. You're going to hit that fake toss over there. So the route combination is you're going to have a vertical route on the outside. You're going to have an out route right here. Again, David Martin Robinson is going to come here and then do a deep crosser. And then you're going to have Mason Kinsey down here in the slot just run a little short crosser across the middle of the field. And Malik Willis does a really, really good job here of just taking what's there, taking what the defense gives them, execute the fake, get into the boot, immediately make the pass. And that's a little bit more difficult than maybe you would expect with a player barreling down on you, willing to stand up. Man, Mason Kinsey's always talking. Something that I relate with. But from this angle, you can really see it. This is just a good, efficient play from Malik Willis. Take the gimmies, make it simple, make it easy. It looks like quarterback play. So that's just really well done from Malik Willis. Again, not an incredibly advanced play of any kind, but from what we've seen from him in the first few years, just taking those simple ones and getting the job done for a nice gain on first down. That's what you want to see from Malik Willis. Just casual, simple NFL quarterback play. All right, so what we're going to see right here from the Titans is they got 2 people in the backfield, 1 running back, 1 tight end. But those guys are going to shift down here to deal with the pressure that Seattle is showing. Seattle is showing a 5-man pressure. So they're going to sit here. Malik doesn't really have anything right away. And this is just a crazy throw. I mean, a crazy, crazy strong throw here. So let's take a look at the route combination. What you're going to have is kind of a come in here and come inside. Jaquan Jackson's going to get pushed a little too far inside, but he's kind of running an inside route here. Both these guys are trying to play the zone, trying to find the hole in the zone. And then you're going to have Sam Schnee, which I can't believe it's not Sam Schnee, like I've been saying it, Sam Schnee. I don't like that much. But anyway, what we're going to see is he's going to come up here and just sit down. All right, just a classic sit-down route. And none of this design or anything is too spectacular, but watch the throw from Malik Willis with a player in his lap, fading away to the left, throwing back to the right, and jamming this hole. Look, this cornerback is right here, okay? He's barreling down on the wide receiver. This is a tough throw to make from Malik Willis, and he drives this in there. I mean, it is impressive. From the end zone angle, it looks even better. I mean, like, there's just natural talent that Malik Willis has that makes people ride for him so hard and makes him have such a chance. So look at this. He looks to the right, doesn't think it's there. Looks left, it's absolutely not there. Comes back to the right, and look how he's fading away from the pressure. Look how he's throwing this ball. Look at that missile. Great job coming back to the ball by Schnee as well. But see, Malik just has some raw talent. And that's why people still believe in him so much and think, if they just give him a better chance, blah, 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 blah. Because that is a rocket arm, and that's an incredible throw. So here we're going to see just a classic play action concept from Malik Willis, and it's a very similar play to the last one, how he just drives it home. So great arm strength here, but what I also want to focus on is Malik goes through his progressions. So what you're going to see is the play action fake, of course, to the running back. And then Willis is going to turn around. You're going to have just a simple flat here from your tight end. You're going to have an in route from Schnee up top. And then you're going to have a front side curl from Bryce Oliver. And Willis and Oliver have had a great connection throughout training camp. But again, watch how Malik Willis goes through his progressions here. That's what's most important. And that is, if you've been watching Malik Willis since he was drafted, that's what you want to see improve, is his speed through his progression. So look, he comes out looking this way. 1, okay? Could be looking to the tight end too. I mean, you have to check his exact eyes, but you could see him look and go through. Check, looks to the middle of the field. Is there people going to be here? Can I throw this? I can't. Look at the linebackers dropping. They did a great job. So Malik goes here, not there, goes forward, goes here, and then he flips right here. And once he sees it, he lets it rip. And I got to give credit to Bryce Oliver, too, for coming back to the ball, just like Schnee did. Tyke Tolbert teaching those wide receivers well. But again, just seeing him go through the progressions. 1, 2, 3, throw. No hesitation at all. Getting the ball out of his hand, seeing it, feeling it, ripping it. Like, that's what Malik Willis had to get better at. And you can see improvements. You can see improvements in his time to throw. Now quickly gets it. 1, 2, 3, rip. Bam. Hammers it home. And again, a good job by Bryce Oliver, who's played well throughout training camp. Would love to see him on the Titans practice squad, coming back to the ball and helping out his quarterback in tight coverage. So good stuff from Malik Willis on back-to-back hammer throws on that curl. All right, now any Madden player will know this one, okay? We're going to see just an all-go concept, a vertical concept from the Titans. The Seahawks rotate down from 2 high to 3 high, and Malik just hammers a seam in to Jaquan Jackson on a long second down. So that's a really nice play there. Great catch by Jaquan, getting hammered in the back. But I want to look at this from the Seahawks perspective first. So we talked about this in our defensive breakdown that we did last week, looking at the pressure concepts. You guys are going to learn defensive structure watching this channel, okay? So you have a 2 high safety look here. So they're showing 2 high. All right. What's going to happen is, though, Seattle is going to bring this safety down into a hook, and then they're going to rotate this safety up into a deep third. So instead of being a 2 high coverage like cover 2 or cover 4, this is going to be cover 3, okay? And this kind of coverage being attacked by all verticals, excellent, quite honestly. So the Titans are going to run vertical route here, vertical route from the tight end down the seam, Jaquan Jackson down the seam. I think that's Sam Schnee down the seam as well. So great coverage. 4 verticals against cover 3 is elite for sure. And Malik is going to drive this home, all right, perfectly in between the coverage. This is arm strength, velocity, knowing where to go with the football. As the safeties rotate, all right, they're rotating in. Malik should see this rotation, all right, after he completes the play action. See this rotation. So if the safety is going away from here, then that means once Jaquan Jackson clears this second level zone defender, he should have room to make this play. And he does. Now, the cornerback does a good job of coming over to hit him in the back and to read it pretty well. You would like to see a little more space there. But overall, I mean, that's a really good throw and a really good play. Tough catch by Jaquan Jackson. But I do want to point out one thing here from the end zone view. Watch Malik Willis pat the football right before he throws it. Can you see it? It's kind of tough from this angle. We might do it the angle on the other side. But he just does like a little baby kind of hitch with his hands. Let's look at it from this angle. Just a small one. Do you see that little pat? Did you see it? It's quick. It is really quick. But this matters. pat, and then throw. Pat, and then throw. All right, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for later in the video, but little stuff like that, just rip it. There's no need to pat the football. It reminds me of Willie Beeman from Any Given Sunday. Malik had a couple of good runs in this game. There was a design run for him near the end of the first half, I believe. A couple of times he ran, but we need to focus on Malik Willis as a passer. We know that he can run and take off out of the backfield and all that, but can he get better as a passer? So I don't like to focus too much on the runs, but I did have to show this one. Third down, nobody open, pressure in the backfield. Malik breaks a sack and then picks up a first down. I mean, like, or not, but a good gain on third down. Like, this is just the type of stuff that, you know, this does make Malik Willis special. There's not a lot of people that can do stuff like this. Again, broken sack, run for the, not a first down, but get a good gain on third down. Like, that sort of stuff. And again, there was nobody open, so you can't criticize Malik Willis here on this. Like, look right now. Who is open? Who are you throwing it to? Who looks like they're about to be open? Nobody. I mean, I guess you could have dumped it to Jabari Small out of the backfield, but like, it's third and long. So this type of stuff, breaking that sack, may not have picked up the first down completely, you know, but this is good stuff from Malik Willis that does make him special. So I wanted to at least highlight this broken sack in this run a little bit. Whew. Good job. So on this one, we just have another simple play action concept. Malik Willis is going to fake the play action, and then he's going to hit Jaquan Jackson on the short drag route underneath. This is stuff that Jaquan Jackson should be eating on all season long, man. Like, the Titans have to get him in these situations. So again, you're going to have a little play action fake here. All right, on the outside, you're going to have Mason Kinsey with the deep over route. You got Sam Schnee here on the vertical route, and then Jaquan Jackson on the underneath drag route, which is where Malik Willis is ultimately going to hit. So that's the play design right there. Simple, effective, and get it to your playmaker. And again, you got to commend Malik Willis. I know that they're just simple NFL quarterback plays, but this is the type of stuff that maybe he wouldn't have hit so easily. He wouldn't have made it look so simple in previous iterations or previous seasons. You get a little horse collar tackle right there as well. So again, not spectacular, but just clean, simple, good quarterback play. Look at that footwork. Really nice. Really nice play right here. Really simple. Footwork, get his feet in line, deliver a nice, catchable, accurate ball for a big gain, get a penalty, you put your team in position to score. Love this from Malik Willis. All right, so this is another all vertical concept like we saw earlier. Remember, he hit Jaquan Jackson on the seam route, took the big shot in the back. And remember, I pointed out that little pat of the ball, okay? Keep that in mind here. It's just another all vertical route, though. Good job by David Martin Robinson to bend that inside a little bit. So Seattle stays in a cover 2 coverage this time. They come out in a 2-high shell like we saw last time, but they bent it into cover 3. They stay in a 2-high coverage here and just run a cover 2. All right. What the Titans are doing, though, is a little bit of all verticals. Like I mentioned, you got a vertical route outside here, vertical route here, vertical route here, vertical route here. But what I want to point out to you is what a lot of NFL teams do is, depending on the coverage, if it's cover 3 and there's only one single high safety back here, then keep it vertical. Keep it straight vertical, okay? Because you're trying to get rid of this safety right here. If it's cover 2, though, a lot of teams will have players kind of break inside a little bit off there. So it's still a vertical route, but you just bend it inside a little bit to be in front of this 2-high safety. So if it's single high, keep going vertical. If it's 2-high, you can break inside because the seams are the big open spot against cover 3. The middle is the big open spot against cover 2. So that's just a little, it's not even an option route. It's just read the coverage and what your rules are on the play. So David Martin Robinson at tight end is going to do exactly that. He's going to get his vertical release and he's going to bend inside a little bit. And Malik Willis just drives it home in between the linebacker and the safety. Boom. Now he takes a big shot there. And sometimes you got to do that. It's football. You know, the only way to get this going is to take a big shot. All right. But here's the thing. The pat. This ball is just a touch late. And I know that some people would think I'm being picky. And maybe I am being picky. But for me, I would like to see this ball thrown right now. Lead that right here. Linebacker's looking inside. Lead that right here. And he might be able to catch and run, or at least catch and protect himself. Okay? But just a second late on it. Again, I put it in the good section. It's a good throw, good completion from Malik. I'm not going to say it's a bad play. But it's just one of those things where it's just a split second late. And if you watch it from the other side, you see that little hand pat. And if he just threw it instead of doing that hand pat, now, hit the back foot, release. It requires a little bit of anticipation, but that's necessary at the NFL level. Watch, hand pat. Did you see that? So again, I know that it's a small little critique, but little beats like that, little moments like that, little milliseconds like that are the difference between your tight end getting smoked and your tight end catching it and maybe running. Are the difference between a completion and maybe an interception. Like, that's how quick the NFL game is. So it's a good play, way to drive it home. But I do have to point out that little hand pat on two different plays has, on both plays, led to his guy getting absolutely smoked. So little things like that matter. All right, so we're going to look at some of Malik Willis's bad plays from the game as well, because, again, a bunch of those are mixed in with the good ones. The only problem is, I got to mention this up front, most of Malik's good plays came against the third string. He only had really one good play against the second string and then 4 bad plays against the second string. So the majority of his good plays came against the lower competition, which, again, is why I have said that Malik didn't really take advantage of the opportunity. He hits the play action fake here, goes through his progressions, ends up dumping it off to the running back. Decent gain by Julius Chestnut, and that doesn't look all too bad. But look at the play here. You're going to have vertical clear on the outside here. You're going to have the receiver down here, Mason Kinsey, come on a deep in. You're going to have Jaquan Jackson right here on an in route as well, okay? And to me, this has to go to Jaquan Jackson. Like, yes, he dumps it off to the running back. The running back gets a decent gain. But this is exactly what's frustrating about Malik Willis. Why does this not go to Jaquan Jackson over the middle of the field? Play action fake. Look. Hello. Right here. 5 alarm fire. Throw this to Jaquan Jackson. This guy's looking this way. He's wide open. Malik's still looking over here. Okay, you got safety help and a corner on him. This looks like man coverage. He's not there. Go through your progression to the middle of the field. Right now. Why is the ball not in the air? Why is the ball not thrown? Instead, he runs, dumps it off. Again, good gain on first down, but that could have been a huge play. That could have been an explosive play if he gets that ball to Jaquan Jackson right there. You can see it from the end zone angle too. I mean, there's room. I don't know. Fake. Turn. He just like skips right over him. You know? I don't understand. Okay, so this is maybe the play that stuck out to people the most from Malik Willis that wasn't good, just a simple play action crossing route. And he's going to have NWI, and the pass is just not on target. Now, I will say, in Malik's defense, if we go back here, so here's the design of the play. You're going to have crosser from NWI here, vertical route from Kinsey, crosser from Jaquan Jackson here, and the tight end's just going to sneak out a little bit. But hit the play action fake. Done right here. Okay, and I see why Malik Willis is throwing this where he's throwing it. NWI creates separation from the cornerback right there, and Malik is throwing this ball. Now, what I will say is NWI kind of contacts with the defender, and I think that if he doesn't do that, the ball might be there. Like, it might be right on target. It might be perfect. But let me also say this. Look at Jaquan Jackson with, what is that? 3 yards of separation. And look at the safety starting to move this way. Okay, Malik still has the ball in his hand and plenty of room, plenty of time. If you just lob this out right here, this is a touchdown. Again, Jaquan Jackson could have a huge game. Like, we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's film breakdown on Jaquan Jackson specifically. But I'm not going to fault Malik for the decision. NWI is going to be here. He does make contact with the defender that might mess up the timing, but it's little stuff like this. Like, if you see it, man, this could be a touchdown in a regular game. Still time. And, cornerback's looking this way. This is a TD. So maybe not necessarily Malik's fault that it doesn't go to NWI perfectly here because of that contact right there. But again, Jaquan Jackson is just running down the field like, man, we just missed a touchdown. Easy touchdown. So again, you can see it from this angle. Malik's going to throw this ball, and it's right. He literally let go of it at the same time that NWI is getting contacted. Now, maybe that ball is kind of far out there. So maybe it's going to be inaccurate and not close enough to NWI, but NWI was so disappointed by that one. This is a short yardage, simple pick play. At the top of the screen, you're going to have NWI as the outside receiver. I believe it's David Martin Robinson as the tight end next to him. And you can watch David Martin Robinson here. He is not going out on a route. He is going out to simply get in the way. And again, this is a short yardage, quick hit. You got to be accurate. Put it right where the wide receiver can get it so that they can catch the ball, get the first down, and protect themselves. Malik throws it high. NWI has to jump to catch the ball here. And that's an inaccurate pass. And you just really can't afford to be inaccurate on a short throw like that. Like, you're putting your wide receiver in jeopardy. He caught it, but he was a little short. He didn't get the opportunity to run after the catch because the ball was thrown high and he had to jump to get it. And he got hit by 2 dudes in a tough way. So to me, this is a completion. And somebody who maybe doesn't really understand what the goal is here would tell you that's fine, but that's a little behind him. That's too high. That is not good execution by Malik on that play. All right, so this is the big problem with Malik Willis. This is the number one problem, is he just doesn't throw the ball when he should. Like, this should be a completion all day. It's 3rd and long, all right? It's 3rd and long. This should be an easy completion and a first down. Instead, Malik doesn't throw the ball. The pressure gets home. He's got to run, try to make something happen. It's too tough to do, and it's an incompletion. So let's just look at what's going on here. So you have a deep in route here, kind of a mid in route here, vertical route on the outside here. And then you're going to have the tight end, which David Martin Robinson is who I think it is. Straight vertical seam route. Okay? And David Martin Robinson is wide open, man. Like, this should be quick pitch and catch. Look, right here, Seattle's got a bunch of people on the line of scrimmage. This is simple. If this man right here comes on a blitz, you are insta-throw right to the seam. Immediate. Because look where this safety is. If this safety doesn't drop down here, there's so much space right here. Okay? And for whatever reason, Malik just doesn't throw the ball. Watch. Takes it. He's looking right at it. He's looking right at it, man. Look at all of this room. You have to hit that. It's 3rd and long. You have to hit this. He just doesn't hit it. He's got time to hit that. Now he's looking at the rush. Now it's too late. Now it's a ruined play. Like, this is the frustrating part with Malik Willis. This is what drives people insane. Just throw the ball. Yeah, it is David Martin Robinson. Boom. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Now you can't. Like, that's not on the offensive line right there. That's not on Mason Kinsey. That's on Malik Willis for not throwing the football to the wide open man when the defense presents a wide open hole. That's on Malik. And that's the stuff that makes me say he's not going to make this roster. All right, so finally, we come to the Malik Willis interception. This was the last play that he was in. And let me just set the stage here. The Titans are up by 1. There's 4 minutes left in the game, okay? 4 minutes left in the game. Willis goes to hit David Martin Robinson over the middle, throws a little high, tips off DMR's hands, and turns into an interception. All right, so let's go back here to the beginning of the play. Again, 4 minutes, Titans up by 1. What you're going to have is, you're going to have an out route. This is going to be a vertical route. On the back side of this, you're going to have, I believe this is a vertical route. I kind of forget what this one is. But what we really need to focus on is there's a deep in route from David Martin Robinson. Okay? And that's ultimately where Malik Willis goes with the ball. All right? And it's not a terrible idea, to be honest with you, to do that. All right? Oh, that's a drag route down at the bottom with Jaquan Jackson. Okay, look. So Malik has time in the pocket here. And he's going to throw this pass. I don't mind the idea to throw that pass. But here's the thing. He's trying to get it over this linebacker. And to do that, you do got to throw it a little high. You got to feather it in. All right? You could do that. Or you could feather it over here. Okay? So he's worried about this linebacker, and I get it. But if you just put it over here, you don't have to throw it as high because the linebacker is down. And then you don't sail the throw, okay? And then he catches it on the run, turns up the field, all right? Because Malik tries to drive this in right here and throws it a little high, it makes it difficult to catch. And to me, this is the Josh Whyle thing from last year. That, like, it's just the Josh Whyle interception from last year. Did it hit his hands? Yes, it did. To some people, that means Malik Willis is off the hook. It can't be Malik Willis's fault anymore. It hit his hands. If it touches your hands, you got to catch it. All right, that is not reality. People could say that all they want. It is not reality. If the ball barely touches your fingertips, there's no way that you should catch the ball. Like, it's just crazy, you know, to be that finite and to be that black and white with things. It's just not how it works. So this ball is a little too high. And maybe David Martin Robinson, if he wasn't a third stringer, maybe he catches it. But Josh Whyle could be this team's starting tight end. And Malik did the same thing last year, and it went off Josh Whyle's hands. And everybody blamed Josh Whyle, who likes Malik, and everyone who doesn't like Malik blamed Malik. So, to me, could David Martin Robinson have caught this pass? Yes, maybe. But, you could have let it in a better place, away from that linebacker entirely, or, it's third and medium. You're up by 1 with 4 minutes left. Hit the check down. Hit the check down. One-on-one. See if your running back can make a miss and get here. Now, I know that they don't play the preseason like they would a regular season game. Malik's just trying to do the right thing. And again, I don't think it's a bad idea, but it has to be a better throw. Either you lead it over into safety or you have to keep it lower than that. So, you know, I know some people are going to scream, it hit his hands, he should catch it, that's not Malik's fault, blah, blah, blah. But it's the same thing as last year, and stuff like this just seems to happen a lot when Malik is in the game. No other way to say it. Really hot, really high. I mean, that is barely catchable. Like, David Martin Robinson would have to be 2 inches taller to catch that. It's too high. It's too high of a throw. And again, you either throw it out a little further out so that he can run to it, or you have to throw it lower, or you have to go to the check down. One or the other. And that's how Malik's game ends. All right, Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed that film breakdown on Malik Willis's performance. Again, showed the good. There was good in there, but there's still too much bad. And the bad that we do see is just, it's hard to wrap your head around Malik Willis being good enough to make this roster or be considered a contributor for the Titans. Let me know how you feel about Malik Willis down below. Again, throw a thumbs up on the video. Throw a Titan up down in the chat. Year-round Tennessee Titans film content here on the Tic Tac Titans YouTube channel. Make sure that you get subscribed. Stay subscribed. But that is going to do it for me today, folks. Tomorrow, I will have a Jaquan Jackson video. The day after, I'll have a Jalen Harrell video. So make sure that you guys check that out. But I am your host, Tyler Rowland. And as I always tell you, tighten up.